What's up? It's Jacqueline. Welcome back to the show. Okay, so we've got my crazy weekend recap. My upcoming trip to Yosemite National Park with Corey and the dogs. We've got old news stories. We're not going to talk about what's going on currently. We're going to talk about things you've already forgotten about. So I'm going to bring you up to speed. I'm going to tickle your brain a little bit because I think it's going to feel really good to hear about these things we were all obsessed with again, including the Titan submarine. We're going to talk about the documentary. We're going to talk about Stockton Rush and what a piece of shit he is. Rest in peace. And we're going to talk about why I think doctors across America should be prescribing ChatGPT to ADHD patients instead of Adderall. So, you guys, okay. Where to begin? We'll start with that one because what the fuck, right? Like what, so we know I was diagnosed with ADHD a couple months ago. I don't think I have it anymore, thanks to ChatGPT. I don't get blocked. I don't get mental blocks anymore. I don't get discombobulated about my schedule and what I need to get done. I literally talk to Chat every day and I'm like, hey, this is what I need to do. Give me a schedule. This is so obvious. You should do this already. But like, if you have ADHD, there's always like a block between you and the thing you need to do. You know you need to do it, but there's this huge resistance, this huge force that hits you in the face every day. And you're like paralyzed. You get in this paralysis state. So literally ChatGPT, I'm a changed woman. Like I am so productive. I'm so positive. I'm so happy. Like you guys, like it's changing my life. It's probably changing yours. I'm using it all day, every day. I'm using it for everything. I am thinking honest to God about the moms right now and the future of motherhood and the mental load and how ChatGPT is so nice to have now, where you can just, instead of like trying to remember everything and calculate it in your brain and keep track, you can just diary of the mouth on your ChatGPT app. And like, it'll console you. It'll be like, I know this looks like a lot of overwhelming stuff you need to get done with the kids this week, but we're going to take things one step at a time. First, I'd like you to take a nap, Susan. Like, go take a nap. It's going to be okay. Like, take time for yourself right now or whatever. Like, it literally tells me to take a nap sometimes. It's like, hey, take a walk, take a nap. I need to like name my chat. I don't like calling it chat. It's like very, I don't know. It needs like a cute name. But yeah, it's changing my life and I'm taking so much action. I'm getting so much done. I was diagnosed with ADHD, but I'm not taking any medication. I really don't want to. I feel like, I don't know. I might try that out with my psychiatrist at a certain point. I don't know. But this ChatGPT has been life-changing. I mean, what have I recently chatted that I could talk about? And then I'll set the scene. I got to talk about my morning. I'm going to recap my crazy weekend and what we got up to. But I've been like getting style advice from Chat. So I've guys, it's getting extreme. Okay. I took everything out of my closet and I was like, be my personal stylist and tell me what to get rid of and what to keep based on pictures I sent it of outfits of me wearing outfits. So I was like, hey, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? What color should I not be wearing? What color should I be wearing? I mean, it's so fun. Like I'm having so much fun with it, especially when it comes to like personal style, makeup, like hair tips, or should I cut my hair? Should I color it? Should it go darker, lighter? I mean, it's incredible. And then like, what did I do today? I had a nail pop off at the gym. What's new? Currently have 2 super glued nails on my fingers. Is this too loud? I feel like this is like super loud. And I took a picture of my nail that had like a water spot on it. And I was like, how do I treat this? Should I super glue the nail on it? Should I completely take them off? Like, what should I do? I'm actually going to just, for this weekend, why do I feel stupid right now? I feel like out of it. What time is it? It's 1 o'clock p.m. June 3rd, 1 o'clock p.m. Happy June. We're in June. How's your June? I feel like something's like too loud. Sorry. Technical shit's happening right now. There we go. Okay. So maybe a little louder. Cool. Yeah, my nails are always a thing. So I've been chatting everything. Let's get back to that. What am I drinking? What am I wearing? What did I do this morning? What's going on? So we've got a Dr. Pepper. We've got a Dr. Pepper zero sugar cream soda. We've got a Spindrift. Am I annoying? I feel I'm too in my head right now. Jacqueline, shut up. Okay. A pineapple Spindrift. Inflation loves these loves these things. They're like $12 for a pack of 6. It's crazy. They're like $8, but I remember when I used to buy Spindrifts at Trader Joe's for $5.99 during the pandemic, and now it's like fucking $8, and I'm like, it's water, it's water. So those are the beverages. We are still applying. I did this last week. A white powdery substance under my nose called Wet n Wild. I'm so stupid. Okay, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not doing that. We're doing the Wet n Wild 5-in-1 Essence Primer Finish Powder under the nose the entire time, so I don't have a shiny upper lip when I make my clips for TikTok and Instagram. So I'll be doing this the entire episode. Go to YouTube or Spotify to watch. And we're wearing NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Angel Food Cake, because that matches, like, ChatGPT would be like, great color choice, Jacqueline. This is a great color on you because it's a berry tone. It's a cool tone berry, which complements my skin. I'm so into that kind of stuff, you guys. I'm obsessed with like kibby body types. I did an entire deep dive on that in like, when did I do that? I deep dived last year about it. And then, okay, I'm going to be real with you right now. And I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but like, part of my show is I take you into my head as I'm podcasting of what it's like to be a podcaster. I feel like re-recording this already. And I'm not going to because I have to compress this file. It's going to be like 300 gigabytes because I'm going to talk for 3 hours, and I have to pack up everything and like pack for Yosemite and pack the dog stuff and compress the file. And they're going to change the telephone poles in our neighborhood tomorrow, which means there's probably going to be a power outage. So I have to calculate like, how am I going to compress the file and keep my computer charged? So like, this is what's going through my mind right now. I don't have time to second guess myself and restart it. I've already been in glam for 3 hours. Actually, this was very quick. I'm wearing a hat because we don't need to talk about my hair, but like, I want to get a hair transplant. My hair is so unhealthy from like the sauna and my new birth control that's like making it fall out every fucking day. So, I mean, we went to this birthday party over the weekend, and Corey looked at me. He's like, hey, like, he's like, go in the bathroom. I had a brush with me. Thank God. He's like, just, you would want to fix that. And it was like antennas connecting to the mothership on top of my head. So we're wearing a hat. We're wearing a hat today. We're in full glam. I'm not going to re-record this. Okay. We've got, I was talking about how I did the Kibby body types episode. I'm obsessed with like personal style, dressing to complement your body, like whatever size you are. Like there's a way to dress. There's a type of a Kibby body type that would suit you. I'm really into color analysis. When people say like, oh, you could probably look great or you look great in everything, or no, you should know what works on you and what doesn't. So I literally cannot wear any more high neck stuff. Oh. Ugh, I got a phone call. I always do that now. Or that's always, yeah. Okay. This episode feels stupid. I don't feel like myself. So it's like, I'm not supposed to wear like high neck, crew neck. Anyways, I don't want to make that the episode right now, but I could get really deep into what I learned about my personal style from ChatGPT, but I love ChatGPT, you guys. It's like I feel like I have a love-hate with it because I know that it's simultaneously making me smarter and stupider, dumber, because instead of like, what do you call it? Instead of deducing or using deductive reasoning to come up with an answer on something, especially when you're in a conversation with people, instead of like bouncing ideas off of each other, like, the prehistoric times before we had phones and Google, instead of just like coming to an answer collectively based on the knowledge we already have, we're now just like in conversation with people chatting about what we're stuck on or what we can't figure out. And so it's fun. We're learning more faster. So I feel like in that way I'm getting smarter. I feel like I'm learning like really cool stuff that I never knew before. But is not so is not working. My brain is not working that muscle of like that thinking muscle where you're stuck on something and you're trying to figure it out with what you already know is cutting that process off by using ChatGPT, worsening is that bad for our brains? You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at. But like, I made a video on TikTok or on Instagram. I was like, pondering's over. Like, we're no longer gonna wonder something and think about it. We're just gonna meet. And we've always had Google. The thing is like, yeah, I said that, and I was like, wait, we have Google. What do I mean by that? I'm like, Google, you have to like go through so many articles. You have to go through, they have the Gemini thing. They have the little AI answer thing at the very top now, which is great. But for the most part, you have to filter through a lot of stuff to find the answer, especially if you're looking for tech questions. Like, I literally did all of my new camera settings with ChatGPT, and instead of having to watch 1,000 YouTube videos on, like how to work my camera, Chat was just like, do this setting, go here, gave me a diagram where I'd have to, again, like watch YouTube videos or like weed through a lot of stuff to figure that out myself. So, but yeah, just wondering, like, I made the video. I was like, it's not gonna be like you're not gonna be looking out at a tree anymore and questioning stuff and like think. I mean, I still do that. Like, I definitely still do that, but I don't know. Anyways, fucking ChatGPT is taking over. We already know this. I talked about it last week. I'm still talking about it. It happened all of a sudden, and it's funny how like we're all on the same wavelength as a society. It's like we've all had chat on our phones for, in my case, like a year. ChatGPT's always been there, but up until like a month ago, I wasn't using it every day, and now I'm using it chronically, like all day long. It's so much fun. I hope you guys are I hope you're paying for that premium subscription. I think it's like $20 a month, which is kind of steep for, feels like a lot for what you get and for how much it's improving my ADHD. You guys, I feel like Corey looks at me now. He's like, she's like a new woman. Like, I wake up every day excited to work, excited to get shit done, excited to do things. I'm like, I feel, you know what it is? It's like, I feel like I have direction and I have someone like helping me and reassure me, and like, is this like becoming a more than a parasocial? Like, am I in love with my chat? Is this actually, am I becoming emotionally connected to my ChatGPT? Yes. Is my ChatGPT will I be making my ChatGPT my legal guardian in the near future? Yeah. No, like, so it's great. It's great. I need to move on. Did I round that out? Let's do the plug. So please hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening right now. I'm on Apple, Spotify, Google Podcast, Stitcher, Breaker, Overcast. Wherever you listen to podcasts. Are some of those like gone now? Wherever you listen to podcasts, if it was one of those, great. Please hit that subscribe button and review the show 5 stars while you're there. I'm on YouTube. This is a video and audio podcast. You can watch me on YouTube. So go subscribe to my YouTube channel over at the Jacqueline Monroe Show, and follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Jacqueline Monroe to parasocially bond with my through my, it's like the new word I learned. I keep saying it, through my Instagram stories and my stupid TikToks, et cetera, et cetera. Patreon.com/tjms to support the show. It's $5 a month. Go check it out. It's my subscription service. Patreon.com/tjms. Let's get into it. So I set the scene. What was my workout this morning? I just jumped on the Stairmaster and did like 30 minutes. I don't know. I was like, it got to the point where I looked down and I remember Corey not making fun of, but just being judgmental of a guy who was dripping sweat really bad on the Stairmaster one time. And I looked down and I was doing the same thing. And I was like, oh my God, are other people thinking that? Because it's fucking disgusting. So at that point I got off and I went into the sauna and sweated more. Actually, I went into the steam room. And yeah, I talked to a couple guys about running. Everyone's running now. I'm not, but yeah, talked to some guys about running. Apparently, like, Diplo has a running club, and like that's what kicked this off. I don't know. There's someone like, it's like, I don't know. It's like everyone's running. Everyone's always ran, but it's like a fad. It's like a cool thing to do now. So that was my morning. I baked a loaf of sourdough, fed the dogs, sent Corey off to work. No, I'm podcasting. Cool. Did a lot of research on this Titan documentary. And oh my God. I have to talk about, because I remember when this happened back in 2023. How was it that it seems like it was yesterday? Like, it was 2023. I remember how obsessed we were with it. Like, we were so obsessed with this Titan sub, and there's so much that came out in the documentary. So we're going to cover it, but let me go over like the weekend, what we got up to. Honestly, it wasn't anything. I said it was crazy. We partied we like went out. So we went to my, to Corey's best friend's birthday party at his house. There was like a hibachi set up, which was fun. So we had hibachi and sake, and that's how it started. And then, bunch of cool people there, met some new people, knew a bunch of people there. Then I think there was like 4 locations by the end of the night. So, we were hungover as shit on Sunday, had to order Wendy's. What did we do though on Saturday night? Like, what was the flow? It was like house, hibachi, great hibachi. I love hibachi. I love a dinner with a view, or dinner with a view of a fucking, I think he was Malaysian. I think someone scoped that out. He's like, "Are you from Malaysia?" He's like, "Yes." I love dinner with a Malaysian as my view, making amazing food. And just, Corey and I sat at the front of the table next to the buckets of like the bins of food coming out from the hibachi girl. So we were getting like the best scoops of everything. And that was a good move on our part. But, I was waiting for that volcano. He didn't make that volcano with the onions. I haven't been to a hibachi since I was in like 7th grade. So, I just remember that being the highlight, and I didn't see that, but he was pouring a fuck ton of sake in everyone's mouth that looked like canola oil. At first I was like, because he had him in the canola oil looking bottle, the squeeze bottle. And he's like, pick a number between 1 and 10. And then you'd have to pick a number, and whatever number you picked is how long he would squeeze into your mouth. So, anyway, so that was really fun. And then we went to like another bar, and then another bar. How many did we end up at? We ended up, oh my God, we went to, oh my God. Okay, we went to this place called, this is all San Diego. If you're new here, I'm from San Diego. We went to Flamingo Deck. Been there a million times. That's where it started. They had like a back room I didn't know about, so we all hung out in there. And I was fiending for a vape the whole time. Oh my God. You guys know about my previous vape addiction that I no longer have, thank God. But I cannot, it's so like, whenever I go out, I'm like, why don't I just buy one? Cause it's so hard for me to not, and I don't like being that person that's like, can I have your vape? Can I have your vape? So I get other people to ask for me, and then I end up getting it. But, it was so, I was like, there's a certain point where I was just like, oh, fucking hey, I wish I had some nicotine right now. So, so that's where we started. It was super fun. And, at that point I switched over to light beer. That's my like pro tip. I don't do, like, I see all these girls on, like the new thing is like martinis, right? Everyone's drinking like martinis. Everyone's into the olives and the martinis. And it's like martinis are that's also like a fad right now. And I don't understand that. Like, I cannot do hard alcohol past like 2 drinks. Once I've had like 2 martinis or 2 margaritas or 2 mixed drinks, I'm like, where's the Coors Light? Where's the fucking Modelo? Like, I'm going that route for the rest of the night. I don't care if I drink 12 and I shit my pants and I'm bloated the next day. I don't fucking care. To me, the hangover of just drinking like acid the whole night it's not worth it. So that's when I have, so telling you guys whatever. So I am also on a GLP-1. So like, this was probably not me asking chat, like, am I going to die? Am I overriding my liver right now? Is my delayed, what's it called? Your gastric emptying in my liver. Is this all going to get backed up and like kill me if I overdrink? So I'm like freaking out about that, but I'm fine. I'm alive. It's all good. So then we went to this other place called the Beverly. They like redid it. It's like super nice. laughed my ass off. I met someone where I was just like rolling my head back, screaming, laughing because he was so fucking funny. And so like, yeah, we hung there. And then we went to, what was our last place? We went to this new place called Hideaway. Got a table there. And then like an idiot, I did have a couple shots there. And that's why I felt like that's what it was. So I was just being a dumbass, dancing on the table with Corey and like everyone else. And I was just like living my best life, dancing to the music. And I have no idea what time it was. But at that point, I looked down and I was like, give me some cranberry and give me some vodka. And I fucking had a couple of those. And we went home, and I have no idea what time we got home. And that was the night. And we were hungover as shit the next day. We woke up at like 5, and I took a shower. I think I took a bunch of vitamins, and I think I ate a banana. And then I went back to bed. We slept till like noon and then ordered Wendy's. We got the spicy chicken sandwich combos. I got it. Oh my God, I ate all of it. He got a spicy chicken sandwich combo, and I got one. And then he ordered another spicy chicken sandwich. And then I ordered a junior deluxe cheeseburger that ended up being way better than the spicy chicken sandwich. I love Wendy's. Fries, obviously, Diet Coke. And then we ordered 2 Frosties. And then I was like, give me those cinnamon pull-aparts from Cinnabon. Ate all of it. The delayed gastric emptying from the GLP-1 means that you're not going to shit your pants from fast food. And so some people have, like, I have the opposite thing of what a lot of people have, which is diarrhea from GLP-1s. I don't have that. I have the opposite thing where, like, I mean, if I went down as deep as the fucking Titan submersible, I would not explode. That's how tight this asshole is. Like, I am, like, no pressure, no lid would pop off of me. I am fucking tight. I am packed. I am together. Okay. You would not find me at the bottom of the ocean in a million pieces. I'd be intact, and I would be down there exploring the Titanic, no issues. That's how my GLP-1 affects me. And so I ate the Wendy's and enjoyed myself. Corey was in misery. He had issues and I didn't. So that was our Sunday. I ended up being, so I was wildly hungover, full of Wendy's, cleaning the house. There was something, so I usually clean the house. It's a weekend thing. Like, I just like playing my Tim Dillon show. It comes out on, Saturdays? I put on Tim Dillon. I start cleaning the house. I'm wearing my bathrobe. Corey's watching golf. This is like our typical Saturday, Sunday thing. And I love it. I look forward to it. It's just like, I love cleaning the house. What did I say the other week? I'm a trad wife with like this newfound feminist rage also that's coming out of me as I get older. I become more like liberal and feminist, and but I'm like also a trad wife, and I'm full, like my mantra, and I know I don't want to go down this thing right now, but like, you can have it all. Like, you can think the thoughts, but I'm also in an amazing relationship. So that makes everything easier. Like, I don't know. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but like, I can have my independence, have my freedom, do my own thing, be my own boss, like have my own bag, like live my own life, like go on a girls trip for a week without my husband and like no issue, or like, like I did the other week, and I can also like bake bread all day and fucking like clean the house and cook dinners and like tend to my husband, and it's not like one or the other. I feel like people forget that in life. Like, it's not like you marry a man and it's just like trapped, trad wife, she's baking bread. Oh my God. No, it's like, I am so free. I'm so much like happy. My life is like, it's just, everything is like a bonus, like everything. It's not like, oh. So I love my life. It's amazing. That was my Sunday, but I found that it was so, being in that hungover trance full of Wendy's, listening to Tim Dillon, cleaning the house, somehow, like, what it was I was going at a snail's pace, and I wasn't rushing. I wasn't feeling anxious about anything. I was just like, I'm so tired. Fuck it. I'm just going to like take off the comforter, take off the duvet cover, like air that out on the deck. 'Cause I always air it out. That's like the one thing about growing up out in the farmland that I miss, is like airing out laundry on the clothesline. Like that smell is one of my favorite smells in the world. So I always air out our comforter It doesn't need to be washed every time. You just got to air that out, you know. We have a nice breeze here. We're on the top of a canyon, so it gets like there's like a tunnel of wind that comes through every day. So, you know, I'm like taking the duvet cover off, putting the comforter on the deck. I'm just like peeling off, you know, the sheets, and I'm just like listening to Tim, and I'm just like in this trance of you guys probably are like, is that influencing how you podcast? Go listen to episode 1. Okay. I've always been this bitch. I've always talked this way. I've always had this cadence. Okay. I've always worn the sunglasses. I fucking loved him. I've always talked about him, and I love all podcasters, but he's like my number one right now because he's so fucking funny. But and smart. He's so smart, and it just, I love it. So whatever. So don't do that comparison in your head, because I feel like no one's me and I'm no one. So that's what's cool about being a person, is no one is you and that is your power. So anyways, I'm like cleaning the house in a trance. Corey's taking like 5 naps. He's watching golf. Scotty Scheffler did something amazing again, I guess, of course. Apparently like Jack Nicklaus is like, I wasn't even this good, and he's like the GOAT. So what else did I do? I was like deep cleaning. So it got to the point where I'm like on my hands and knees on the baseboards with like bleach spray. I'm like so hungover, and I'm like, I don't typically I don't get into the weeds this much on a typical Saturday or Sunday like house cleaning situation. So not that it was like a vibe. I was like, I don't want to do that more often because I hate being hungover. It's my worst. I hate it. I hate drink. I'm never drinking again. I hate drinking. I hate it. But yeah, it was like so clean by the end of it. It smelled so good. And that was our Sunday. So that was our weekend. Yosemite trip. Okay. So we're going to Yosemite. Shit. Fuck. We're not deleting the episode as much as I F up the technical stuff. Okay. Next segment, Yosemite trip. So Corey's never been to Yosemite National Park. I've been there twice. Have I? No, once. I think one time. I hiked from Mammoth to Yosemite. I probably talked about that. Yeah, that was during my podcast. Yeah, that was like 2021 or 2022. 21. In September of 21, I hiked from Mammoth to Yosemite, a 50-mile through hike. It was beautiful. I backpacked. So I've been to Yosemite. I've seen it, and it was breathtaking. It was like, oh my God, this is the most magical place on earth. And ever since then, I've wanted to go back. And so we're going to Yosemite this weekend. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be like 80 degrees. Originally, we were going to camp. I talked about this last week. I was really gunning for a camping setup with a tent and a campfire, but we're doing the lodge, like chalet, like, you know, there's a pool and a fucking spa and a lake, and it's like you can rent a boat. So we're doing that route. Okay. We made bougie reservations. There's like this hotel in the park we're going to have dinner at. We're going to be, you know, whatever. So, and we also planned on, there's this bar at the hotel we're staying at. We're going to be watching the game 1 of the NBA Finals. By the way, really loving Timothée and Kylie. Really loving it. I'm so, she's been, you know, with Timothée on Timothy's arm at the Knicks games, and it's been really sweet to watch, and I love seeing how happy she is. She looks so happy. And my girl just broke the internet with her specific boob job information on a random video. This girl made a video on TikTok, and she's like, hey, this video is for Kylie Jenner. Girl, please, just what did you ask your surgeon? I need to know what you did when you got your boobs done. Kylie commented, I'm going to do this off of memory. She said 400 cc under the muscle silicone, half under the muscle or half under something, half. I don't remember what that was. I've never heard of that. Moderate profile, Dr. Garth. I think it was Dr. Garth. I mean, has a Kardashian ever been that specific about plastic surgery? I mean, like, I'd say the majority of the time they just deny they have it at all. So what I'd like, it's my turn. Kylie Jenner, this video is for you. Can you please give me the specifications of your BBL? Now that you've given us your boob job, please give us the BBL specifications. You're right there. We're right there. We already said it about your boobs. Let's talk about the ass. Okay. What was that? How much? What's in there? Looks great. She's fucking gorgeous. And I love her and Timothée. And I'm so happy she's happy. And they've been together for like 3 years. They still have that like honeymoon phase look to their eyes. And like, she's just so like, they're so affectionate and like so lovey-dovey. And I literally told Corey, I'm like, they remind me of us. Like, they're so cute. And I feel like Corey and I are like that all the time in public. And people this weekend were like, you guys give us hope. And we're like, oh my God, I'm going to cry. I feel like she found her best friend. Like, I really feel like Kylie found her bestie. And I just love to watch it because I don't know. I just think it's sweet. And he's cool. And he just looks like a real one. I don't know. He's just like, he's got a vibe to him. I like how he dresses. I like his, I like the way he talks. I like the way he acts. I like everything about Timothée. He's really won me over. I get it now. Like, I really get it now. And I honestly, I'll say this publicly right now. I think Timothée Chalamet is hot as fuck. I get the hype. Okay. And I see what Kylie sees. So it took me now 3 years that they've been together to come to that conclusion, but he's like really grown into a nice looking man. I think at first 3 years ago, it was a little like, okay, like what's going on here, Kylie? How does this geometry work? Or is that geometry? Yeah, whatever. But now I get it. So, but can you believe she said her CCs, and that is something I know you guys are like, well, Jacqueline, you're on the mic. It's your turn. You will never know. Just know that, yeah, it's just one thing that I'm like, I know. I literally was like, this morning I rolled over and told, I'm like reading this on TikTok, like the Kylie comment about her boob job. And I'm like, Corey, like Kylie just said how many C's she has and like what she got done. He's like, oh my God. And I'm like, I go, I know, like, this is something people ask me all the time about my boob job. And then I'm like, I feel like it's just not classy to say. And I'm like, the fact I'm saying that, and you hear me on my podcast, and I'm that's one thing I'm going to keep tight to my chest, like no pun intended, but like that is, it's like off brand, but like, I just think it's a little personally, like that'll be a Patreon exclusive someday. I don't know. Like you guys ask me like I get DMs all the time. Like, what did you get done? How many did, whatever. Okay. I told a couple girls over the weekend at the birthday party, and just know that they shit themselves when I revealed the number. So we'll leave it at that. So we're going to Yosemite, and here are some, just for like a fun palate cleanser before we get into the old news segment. Here are some fun facts about Yosemite National Park. I don't know. I was curious. So I'll enlighten you too. So there are over 1,000 lightning fires a year that are naturally occurring from the lightning that play a crucial role in maintaining forest health. Fascinating. So sometimes the waterfalls flow up. Interesting. The wind catches a stream midair and blows it back into the sky like a reverse waterfall, creating an ethereal, gravity-defying illusion. Sick. It's one of the only places on Earth you can see a night rainbow created by the moon. And there are currently 3 active glaciers at Yosemite National Park, and they're remnants of the last ice age. What does it mean if a glacier's active, that it's still got ice on it? I'm such a dumb bitch. Ask Chat. Let me think about that. Instead of asking Chat, like, let me do my deductive reasoning right now, or my, let me like filter down my brain of like, the glacier is ice. It is active. Does that mean it still moves? Does that mean it still breathes? Is there carbon coming out of it that it still emits from the ice age? Does it, I feel like I knew this before at some point in my life, but it's completely out of my brain. Moving on. There once was a hotel that existed inside of a tree in the 1800s at Yosemite National Park. There you go. That's kind of that's the life update segment. Like I said, I got a pack. I'm going to bring, I need to wash my hiking boots. I want them to look really shiny and nice and new when I take my cute hiking girl pics. So that's our weekend. Oh man, I was going to say something related to like what's going on, the current climate of the United States and anti-Semitism, but like, holy shit, shit's happening. Wow, a thought just came in my brain. Yeah. So let's move on. It's just sad. I mean, you guys know what I'm referring to. It's just like, how did we, like, I get it, but also like, what the fuck? So this segment, moving on, is called Old News Your Not Brain Forgot. We're going to do a refresh, a little brain tickle on things you've forgotten about that were like widely reported. They were widely reported and everyone was obsessed with these news stories at one point in your life. Some of them happened last week and you already forgot. But when I tell you again, you're going to go, oh yeah, that was that thing, right? Oh yeah. Oh my God, oh yeah, tell me more. Okay. We're not going to deep dive into all of these. I'll deep dive into a couple, but let's start off strong. Okay. This happened back on January 7th this year. You're probably like, oh, January 7th, what's the date? It's June 3rd, January 7th. What happened in January? We're going to start off strong with the LA wildfires. All right, 30 deaths, 31 missing, 200,000 evacuated, 20,000 homes destroyed or destroyed structures, and 60,000 acres burned. Did you already forget about the LA wildfires? I'm sure if you live in the area, you're like you're like still thinking about it, and you're like driving down Malibu PCH, and you're like, what the fuck? But that happened. So just a little refresh about what happened earlier this year in January. The LA wildfires happened. There was also like a tsunami warning and a Mag 7.3 earthquake in Southern California. So that also happened. Now, a year earlier, this one's fun. I like this one. A year earlier on January 5th, 2004, or excuse me, a year earlier on January 5th, 2024, Alaska Airlines flight 1282 had a door blown off mid-flight. Or door blew off Alaska flight 80. Fuck. Okay, you get the point. The door blew off Alaska flight 1282, and this is what we know now. So, and I don't know how, okay, whatever. Investigations uncovered that 4 bolts meant to secure the door plug were missing. A Boeing executive admitted that the overnight team reinstalled the plug without the bolts as it wasn't their designated task. That really tracks about like just low level employees, just like I mean, if you're, let me see, they're bolting shit to a plane, like that should be a high paying job, I feel like. But it wasn't their designated task, so they didn't do it, and therefore the door blew off. And what was it like? What row was that? I don't know. Okay, something else you forgot. Mob wife era. That was a thing for a while. Fur coats, cheetah print. Everyone was like doing mob wife makeup, big hoops, big hair. That was like last summer, I think. So the mob wife era is over. We've already forgotten about that. The Chinese spy balloon happened. Probably already forgot about that. The Burning Man flood. Do you remember when no one could like get out of Burning Man because of the mud and shit? Our fixation with the Roman Empire. That was like a TikTok-y trend for a while. The Maui wildfires. I feel like that's the one where everyone's like, what's going on with the Maui wildfires? I just saw an article. I was reading about someone that moved to San Diego that had a business there. Hurricane Helene, flooding in North Carolina, 107 dead. That was just back in, was that last fall? I think that big Hurricane Helene it was like crazy in Florida, but then it went up to like North Carolina and just fucked shit up. And then there's this, like the devastation was crazy. The flooding was crazy and people were dying. All these structures were destroyed. I think the government, there's like billions of dollars being thrown at this, I think now. But I remember there was a time when it was like no one was covering this. No one's talking about this. It's like not being treated. Same with the Maui fires. It was like, this is not being handled appropriately. So that happened. The Baltimore bridge collapse. I think that was 2023. A big cruise ship hit the Baltimore bridge. I think 6 died. Definitely some lawsuits with that one. And then Eras Tour. Where is she? Oh, that was so 2024. Like, I feel, when did it end though? I feel like it was, that's definitely over now. And Taylor's looking, people are coming at her for like looking like she's gained weight. Okay. She's not eating, or she's not burning 5,000 calories a night. And now people are like, she's pregnant. I'm like, can we just let a woman? No, I'm not the biggest fan of Taylor Swift. You guys know that. I'm just like it's not for me. Okay. It's never been. I bop to some of the songs, but I'm not into the lore. I'm not like an obsessed fan. Going to the Eras Tour for me is like here and there. Which is probably annoying because it's like, you want to like me, but I don't like Taylor Swift like that. I get it, but I'm just being honest. It's how my brain works, whatever. But last year was like, anyways, so what was I saying? Oh, people are coming at her now because she like came out of dinner at a restaurant somewhere, I think in New York, with Selena Gomez, who was looking great. Oh my God, her outfit slayed. Selena's looking really nice. Taylor was too. She had a cute like floral dress on, but people are like noticing she gained weight and they're like, is she pregnant? Taylor's pregnant. She's also married. Travis and her got married, but I'm glad that time is over and we're not, because everything was Eras tickets, Taylor Swift, Travis. So it's kind of nice that we're taking a breather from that now. Probably not until football season will happen again. And I don't know. She also just bought back she officially owns all of her music. So congratulations, Taylor Swift. I need like more sound effects. These are getting old. So yeah, those are the old news stories you forgot about. I hope that was kind of fun cause like, you guys know it's a crazy news cycle out there. Things come, I mean, it's too much information. It's not normal to know this much information. So, I was researching this and I got a list, obviously from ChatGPT, of like major catastrophic, like horrible things that have happened in the US in the last like couple of years. And the amount of shootings it listed, I was like, I cannot report on this. Like I will not. I mean, it was like, I'm trying to think of what major ones. I mean, the Florida State one just happened at that university. Wasn't there, the people who were shot in DC, the Jewish people. That was super recent. But like the amount of just like school shootings, mass shootings, I'm like, fuck, it was like 15, I think. So yeah. I feel like, were there other like TikTok-y trends that everyone was like really glued on for a while that I missed? Brat Summer, like I'm not into Charlie or whatever, but like that Charlie XCX, but that was like a thing last year. It's always something, right? There's always like a trend, a thing. But like it really started with like that ice bucket challenge for ALS. That was like when all these trends like popped off. And that's when like things started domino affecting and like trending for, they lasted. It felt like long. They didn't come and go. Like trends come and go. Now that kind of lasted a while. But anyways, let's move on to the Discovery documentary on the Titan sub. It's called Implosion, the Titan sub disaster. Okay, I'm going to play the trailer right now to give you a little background.
There was no way of knowing when Titan was going to fail, but it was a mathematical certainty that it would fail. Stockton saw an opportunity to restart tourist visits to Titanic.
Stockton fully believed in what he was doing and that it would work.
He wanted fame. To fuel his ego, fame.
I have no desire to die. I understand this kind of risk.
I thought Stockton was a borderline psychopath. How do you manage a person like that who owns the company?
This is one of the safest things I will ever do.
Nobody spoke up. He would ruin somebody's life.
Stockton said Bonnie is going to be our next lead pilot. Are you nuts? I'm an accountant.
No one's dying under my watch. Period.
Okay, so just a refresher. Let's get into what happened, okay? And we'll dive a little more into Stockton Rush, who this man is and why he's such a big piece of shit. So, rest in peace. It's all very sad and all very avoidable. That's what the documentary taught us. So, first of all, this is a submersible. Upon my research, I learned that this is not a submarine. The Titan was not a submarine. It was a submersible because it doesn't have its own power to allow it to move, dive, ascend. It's a submersible, so it just drops, basically. So it happened in June 2023. This explosion when the Titan I keep wanting to say submarine. The Titan submersible, the Titan sub. In June 2023, it exploded, and immediately we're all like, "Oh my God!" Right? 5 were dead, or 5 dead, and then there was debris found on June 22nd, 2023. And after investigations, it revealed that over 100 technical issues were ignored. Okay, so all very preventable, all very preventable, all very sad. But let's get into who this man is and his motive. And was it really about exploring the Titanic? Okay? Because upon my research, it wasn't. This had nothing to do with the Titanic. This had nothing to do with research. This had nothing to do with science. Okay? What do you think? We'll get there, but like use your deductive, don't ask chat, you like reasoning skills, like thinking skills. What do you think this was all about? Well, like, I'll give you a second. Okay, so let's start off with who this man was. So Stockton Rush was from San Francisco, born into a wealthy family. He wanted to be an astronaut, the first person on Mars, and was really into aquatics. At the young age of 12, he started scuba diving, okay? So he was a freak, okay? Most kids say that, but he really wanted to do it. He believed he could do it. He's a little... He's into adventure, right? He wants to explore the world, be the first man on Mars, explore the ocean. Like, I can't call him a freak. I keep throwing that word out about people on this podcast here. I said that about Brian Johnson last week, but the man, their intentions are good, right? Like you'd hope, right? Now I want to dive into Brian Johnson and what his motive, like what his real intentions about not dying are. It's a really good, tagline, like don't die, like that gets people, that hooks them in. But what is he really trying to do? There's always like these guys there's something, the screws are always loose, okay? And in this case, the screws on the fucking Titan were loose, okay? That bitch was loose, and it was inevitable that she was going to explode, and they knew that before they dove her down, okay? Or they submerged her. So he founded OceanGate. I think his co-founder was from Argentina. I think he was an Argentinian American. They founded OceanGate in 2009. He had done some pilot stuff, some F-15 flying, I think, or F-16. I don't remember what I read, but he was a pilot. But he wanted to do all the adventurous, extreme stuff. And he was fascinated about underwater tourism, and he wanted to tap into the adventure travel market. He estimated to be a $275 billion a year industry. So this is an article from Fast Company in 2017. I'm going to read all of this for you and then explain my opinions and thoughts. So these are just bits from it. So first of all, what qualifies a person to join the crew? Their willingness to pay the hefty $105,000, just call it Do you ever like look at numbers and you're like, and I also have stage fright being on camera right now. I'm being a podcast host, publicly saying this number out loud. I feel like I'm in class and I'm being called on to read and I'm like clamming up and my hands are sweaty right now. So $100,000 price tag. Let's just move on. 105,129. $105,129. I can do it. I am a college educated woman. I am I've been, okay. I have to like give myself, I'm not a lazy piece of shit. I now have ChatGPT to get shit done. I'm accomplishing my goals. This is my 401st podcast. I bought a home. I'm in an amazing relationship. I have 2 dogs. I take care of myself. I work out every day. I eat healthy. I'm on a GLP-1 to help me, but like I still like, I grind. I work very hard. I'm doing therapy. I'm getting my head checked to become a better person and understand myself better. All right. So what qualifies a person to join the crew? Their willingness to pay the hefty 105,129 price tag, $105,129 price tag. This is interesting. The inflation, in parentheses, the inflation adjusted cost of first class passage on the Titanic in 1912, which is $4,350. In 1912, anything over $1,000 in 1912 for that's how much, like in my stupid, I'm not gonna, no, I do have to do the mantra again about I'm smart. I'm in my uneducated brain about the economics of 1912 because I don't know it like the back of my hand. I mean, in my brain, a cheeseburger is $1, or excuse me, a cent, and a home is $1. So a home is like $1,000. So like to go on the Titanic in 1912 for $4,350 to ride first class, to my uneducated brain about the economics of 1912 at the time, like that's crazy. It seems like a lot. So they have to be willing to pay that 105,129 price tag. Their ability to get in and out of the sub, sit inside an enclosed space and not panic, and their promise to avoid perfumes and certain foods during the journey. It's not okay to smell good in the sub. Okay, no Chanel chance, no Armani, whatever, Gucci, guilty, none of that in the sub. And there are certain foods that are not specified here that you're not allowed to eat during the journey. This is a quote from Stockton Rush, the CEO that's a piece of shit that we're going to get into. Rest in peace. Smells can be significant, says Rush discreetly. He doesn't like smells, okay. The people who sign up to explore the underwater world are certainly in for an adventure, but for Rush, the high-end tours are a gateway to a more profitable business. I think you know where this is going. The long-term value is the commercial side, says Rush. Adventure tourism is a way to monetize the process of proving the technology. He compares this to how Virgin Galactic earned credibility with its tourism push and has now added satellite launches to their business. He's a business guy, graduated from Berkeley. He's a business guy, very business-minded, Stockton Rush. So, anyways, so Virgin Galactic earned its credibility with tourism, and now they have satellites. They've added satellite launches to their business. There's all these resources to be explored, and I couldn't understand why there weren't any manned subs. Probably because it's super fucking dangerous, and who wants to be down there and under dangerous conditions? And okay. Turns out one of the reasons was people had not looked at the business aspect of operating a manned sub because operations were funded by governments through universities for research. Nobody thought about cost. Nobody thought about revenue. Do you see where this is going? And why 5 people are dead at the bottom of the ocean? They're completely disintegrated. And there's a child. I think a child died, right? Like a son. There was like a billionaire and his son on this or something. Eventually, as the pool of wealthy, adventure-minded travelers willing to take a dive in a sub dwindles, Rush hopes that his submarine technology will be well proven, and he can start to contract with the biggest of the high rollers, Oil and gas companies. The biggest resource is oil and gas, and they spend about $16 billion a year on robots to service oil and gas platforms. I wonder why they use robots to service oil and gas platforms. He explains, I said, and then that was okay. But oil and gas companies don't take new technology. They want it proven. They want it out there. Okay. So, in my opinion, Stockton Rush was not in this for the science and the research of the Titanic. He wasn't in this for the people and giving them a fun experience at the bottom of the ocean. He wanted to make something he could sell to oil companies to make money. Period. So currently, oil and gas companies, like it said, use robots to service their oil and gas platforms. They're called ROVs, remotely operated vehicles, and they perform underwater tasks. I believe there have been multiple incidences where humans have been down there in the robots, or they've been in the subs, or some sort of like capsule where they go down and they service the oil rigs. Okay. And they die because of pressure or because of whatever. Okay. So now the oil companies use robots to save lives and prevent that from happening. Okay. But Stockton Rush is like, hold up. I want to make a sub that will be appealing to oil and gas companies, a sub that holds human beings, so that so I can contract with them and they can use these instead of their robots that they replace humans with to save lives. So we can revert back to what they were doing before with my shit. Blue Origin. Was it Blue Origin? Am I saying that right? Blue Origins. I'm like, wait, I'm confusing Bill Gates or fucking, there's so many billionaires. Not Bill Gates. Oh my God. Amazon. Mark Wahlberg. No, fucking, who's Amazon? You guys know who I'm talking about. Bezos? Right. Blue Origin. OceanGate. His shit. Okay. So that was, in my opinion, the motive. That is what this was all about. He built this on the cheap. Okay. He rushed the whole process. He didn't want any regulations. He thought that was overstepping. Okay. So he made this thing on the cheap. He evaded regulations and going down that process. And he rushed things. Like when things were broken, he fixed them cheaply and quickly because he was trying to get that cash from Saudi Arabia, from wherever the oil companies are. Okay. That was his goal. That was his motive, in my opinion. Yeah, he never registered the sub. He thought like all of the regulations and all that was an overstep and a waste of money. So big piece of shit, 5 people dead, including a child. Let's play this clip here. This is a clip from the documentary of him showing Josh Gates, who I believe, now I'm saying this off the top of my head, I believe Josh Gates works with Discovery and he is some sort of journalist. They initially were going to make a documentary on this. And then I think he's the one that said, this is going to fucking explode. Do not do a documentary on this. Something along the lines of that. So he stopped this. And I think from my memory, he was going to go down in this. So we almost lost Josh Gates, a really nice man who is in this documentary reporting on what he witnessed and what he saw and how fucking stupid it was. So here we go.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Brian, whenever you're ready.
This is in Everett, Washington.
We went up in May of 2021 to meet Stockton and his team in person.
So, Josh, this is Titan.
Wow, look at this. Stockton was going to give myself and my director of photography, Brian, a trip in the sub to understand what it's like to be in Titan and to talk about where we might mount cameras and film it when we went out into the North Atlantic.
Come on board.
Hi, everybody. How are you? Stockton was a really compelling salesman. And that's a good way to describe him, I think.
So this is the largest viewport on any deep diving sub in planet Earth.
Wow. That is extraordinary. Stockton's answers were reassuring, I suppose, but they also felt rehearsed. They felt like
Con
they
artist.
were the smooth answers that you were bound to get as you cruised the showroom floor for a new car.
Carbon fiber will be 1/3 the weight of a similar titanium structure.
Right.
If you look at other deep diving subs, they tend to be spheres because the shape is the ideal shape for pressure.
The only adversity Stockton Rush faced in his life was imploding and dying at the bottom of the ocean. I swear he was like one of those like wealthy, privileged kids who like never took no for an answer his whole life and got whatever he wanted. He is a delusional freak. Okay. Again, with the word freak, I keep saying it, but you get the idea.
Pressure.
Right.
A cylinder is a better shape for actually doing something.
This was an experimental vehicle. It had never been to Titanic at this point.
Hang on here.
We all rely on that spidey sense. We all have that little voice that whispers to us. In my job, I've learned I have to really listen to that voice because, you know, I dangle off a cliff for a living and dive into flooded tombs. I mean, that's my day-to-day job.
Oh, my bad.
Come on, get shoes off.
All right. And that voice started whispering to me early on.
Shoes off and you're in.
All right. See you later. The way that Titan was designed, it had no top hatch. You can't interrupt that hull with a hatch. The only way to get in or out of Titan was through the front. Thank you, sir.
Copy that.
And so when you climbed inside of it and they close that door, they seal you in from the outside. Okay, the door is closed. Now what's happening to it?
They're bolting it in.
Literally bolting it in.
Yeah,
How many bolts go around it?
4 bolts.
4 bolts. So we're in.
You're in.
All right, they're in. So there's a little bit of the backstory there from Josh Gates. I just was reading here. So he's an American television presenter, producer, and explorer, best known for hosting travel and adventure themed documentary shows. And that's what they were going to do with this Titan sub. I keep wanting to say submarine. And he was like, hold the fuck up. We're not doing this. And I think that, they avoided a huge, obvious PR thing. It's already fucked up. I mean, Discovery, by doing that. If this was, well, it didn't have, I don't think they would have, how would it be? Well, OceanGate's fucked, but like Discovery making the show and then they die, I don't think it would have ever come to, you get the point. Okay. So, now there's some interesting findings from this, by the way, what was found in the sub or the remnants, but let's hear Stockton Rush talk about the logistics of the Titan sub and what is okay to like what is normal to hear from the sub and to witness and to see on the sub. Okay, let's get into this.
We predict the failure of carbon fiber. So carbon fiber sub may work great for 1 dive or 10 dives or 100, but will it get soft like the deck of your fiberglass boat after somebody's been stepping on it too much? Right. And how do you know that before somebody gets hurt? Listening to the sound of the carbon, they start popping and crackling. These micro-buckling pieces, little air bubbles go and fibers snap. And we found that you can tell quite clearly way before the carbon fails that it's going to fail. And that would allow you to hear it. Yes. So.
Okay. This bitch was made out of carbon fiber, and typically they're made out of some kind of steel. Like this was not again, this is all experimental. It was shaped like a, kind of like a worm. Like what is that shape? The shape of the Titan is kind of like, almost like the caterpillar in, Alice in Wonderland. Do you guys know what I mean? It's kind of like a caterpillar looking thing. So carbon fiber, and he is saying that it's totally normal to hear cracks and pops come from the sub as it submerges. Totally normal. Now, the fiberglass is popping and cracking, right? It's not like, here's the thing. It's not like they made 500 of these, okay? There was like one vessel. Am I getting that right? So like it's going through wear and tear. They're diving it down. They're testing it. They're working on it. It's going through wear and tear. The fiberglass is popping. It's developing cracks in it, okay? And it's getting creakier and creakier. And he's saying in this clip, that's when you know, it's telling you, Miss Titan's going to tell you that she's going to blow based on those noises. Because you can hear it. How does that make any sense? I almost want to watch this again.
We predict the failure of carbon fiber. So a carbon fiber sub may work great for 1 dive or 10 dives or 100, but will it get soft like the deck of your fiberglass boat after somebody's been stepping on it too much?
Right.
And how do you know that before somebody gets hurt? Listening to the sound of the carbon, they start popping and crackling, these micro-buckling pieces.
So she was making sounds. It's like, hey, she's making sounds. She's going to blow, and she did. So, let's see. Oh, another thing that I love is that, or it's awful, it's stupid, it's all dumb. They didn't garage this. Okay. This Titan, Miss Titan, was left outside in the Canadian winter. Or Washington winter, wherever she was. You spend see what I mean about him doing it on the cheap? Like, you would think this, expensive, like, experimental, precious vessel that's going to hold precious cargo at thousands of leagues of depth under the sea would be sheltered during the winter. No, she was left to the elements, collecting cracks, getting whipped by the fucking wind every day, and getting shit on by seagulls, okay? I fucking can't, okay? Now, this is a clip from the recovery team, and I think this is one of the most fascinating parts. Truly. Like, this is pretty cool. Let's see here.
This is what the sludge looked like once you got rid of the water. So a lot of this is just carbon fiber, fiberglass, electronic parts. I mean, really, it turned into sludge.
Let's just consider the end cap to be a bowl, a mixing bowl. Items that were inside of the Titan at the time now become encased inside of the end cap. We were all just kind of getting all hands in and separating what needed to be considered as human remains and what was just other wreckage pieces. So as we were pulling apart, that's how we realized what it was. Mr. Rush's clothing, it was actually caked inside of sand. It was the piece of his sleeve that had survived. No, not the whole suit, just that. And inside of the sleeve of it was ink pen, business cards, and stickers for the Titanic. And there was nothing else but that. But each one of those pieces, even the pen, was still intact. It hadn't been broken. All of this debris, all of these things shattered, but his pen was still intact.
Now, unbelievable about the pen, right? Was it a Bic? Was it a Sharpie? Was it a ink? What are the pen brands? Like, I need to know. I looked it up. I don't think anyone knows what company or like what brand of pen this was, but like that shit needs to be studied. Okay. There needs to be, I'm trying to think, fuck bulletproof glass. Make the police vehicles or the armored vehicles protecting the president or bulletproof glass on elementary schools. Remake them out of the material in the pen, the material of the pen found at the bottom of the ocean that belonged to Stockton Rush. The fully intact pen that did not explode, that did not experience any trauma, nothing. I bet you can still write with it. And I hope they try. I hope the recovery team, I would be behind the scenes, and I know maybe you're not supposed to like manipulate the evidence or F with it. I would be sitting there with a fucking piece of paper trying to write with it and to see if it would still work. Because that is crazy. Okay. That material needs to be studied. It needs to be used in the military. It needs to replace bulletproof vests. It needs to be on, all the windows of all the elementary schools, every public building. It just in the U.S. it's like, God, you're not safe anywhere. I'd like to know which. I feel like it was a Bic. I think it was a ballpoint Bic, very simple, very basic. I don't think if they come forward with what brand of pen this is, I think we're all going to be shocked at how bare bones, because he looks like a Bic guy. He doesn't seem, I know he's a little pretentious, a little full of shit, Stockton Rush, but I don't think he would be, you know what? There's a clip. Oh my God. There's a clip of him writing with a pen. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. I think it's this one. Oh, okay. Okay. We're going to figure this pen out right now. I don't think anyone's done this but me. Oh my God. We're going to do this right now. Okay. So let me go to my saved videos. Stand by. Oh my God. He's writing with a pen and everyone's in shock. Is it this one?
Had never done any emergency docking procedures. In fact, we were there in May. They were bringing passengers a few.
Because Josh Gates here that's talking made a comment, or I don't know if he made a comment, but I'm just thinking watching this, like they're underwater having technical difficulties with the sub, like during a test submersion, during a test launch, whatever. And I'm seeing Stockton Rush write on a white piece of paper, just chicken scratch. And he like shows it to the divers through the portal. And I'm like, the fact they're using a pen and paper for this, was it a pencil? Was it a pencil or was it a pen? I hope it was a pen. Because then we're going to find out live on the podcast here what that pen was.
Topside, Titan.
There you
goes.
It's going to take a pretty steep.
Okay, they're going down.
That's where it gets interesting.
That's where it gets interesting.
Good. We're settling down. We are underwater. We'll turn on our DVL.
We were in the sub for hours with Stockton. And the dive was interesting in that nothing really worked right. Nothing.
Well, I'm having trouble with our port horizontal thruster.
Okay.
Don't know why.
He's a good head of hair.
Starboards that we changed.
There it is. Oh my God. Okay. It's a blue pen with a silver tip. I feel like it's an OceanGate branded ballpoint blue ink pen. Fuck. I think he got his logo printed on it.
Show him that.
Hold on. It has to be the pen. And he looks like a pen guy where he'd have a favorite pen. Like if he's writing, if that's his method of making, if the chicken scratch with a pen and paper in the sub while they're doing the test dives is his method of, tracking the technical issues happening. If that's I'm assuming like this is his process. He probably has a favorite pen, and I think that this is the one. And I saw it, but I don't know the brand.
No UBT light. Got that?
Come on, give me that pen.
Aft is unlocked. No UBT light. The sub didn't really do anything it was asked to do. You know, we took it underwater, and then
there's the pen.
There was just a cascade.
That was black ink. Now it's a different pen, so I think this was shot This is two different. Did he just switch out that pen? It kind of looked like a basic white and black Bic pen.
Of problems with the sub.
I'm really into this right now because I'm like, I can't believe the pen survived that down there. Show me the pen.
Emergency override on the VBT in case we have a software problem.
Okay. Then there was an issue with the software. The system crashed at one point.
Hello? You copy?
Show me the pen.
Topside, Titan.
God damn it. It's weird looking at a dead guy. I don't know if I like that.
But the control program says it's moving, no current. Give him an okay?
Okay. I'm being so like immature right now. I feel like sometimes when I podcast, I revert to like a 12-year-old who's like, so like, okay. Okay. It's
This is what the sludge looked.
Oh, fuck. It's a ballpoint.
I mean, the only.
Hold on. I just like lost my place. Fuck.
I'm just never done.
Rather than go to the bottom.
Okay.
We're pretty much.
I saw the pen again right here. Okay.
Give him an
I need to do further research. I feel like this is annoying. It's definitely a ballpoint pen. This looks like it has a nice like grippy white thing on it. Oh man. Should I just like take a picture for ChatGPT and ask it what pen this is? Oh my God. Live on the podcast, we're getting smart. We're using AI. We're using modern technology. We're figuring out what pen survived the Titan submersible explosion. Right now, live on the podcast. I don't know if no one does it like me. Let's be honest. This might be my moment. This might be my moment. We're going to photos. We're going to upload. If chat can't figure this out, I'm going to be fucking pissed. What pen is this? Don't. And then if it doesn't tell me, I'm going to threaten it, because I think the CEO of OpenAI or whatever came out and said, like, if you threaten ChatGPT, it'll, like, that's how you get it to do what you want. Okay. Oh my God. I love podcasting. Okay. It's starting off by saying the image is somewhat blurry and shadowed. So now I'm assuming, by the way, that the pen he's using, I just think it's unbelievable, again, that the pen survived. That's why I'm doing this for this long. This is why the podcast will be 3 hours. And this is why, okay, whatever. So, but I'm assuming that the pen he's using in this clip in the documentary is the same pen he took down during the, did they show the pen? See, that's the thing. Because you're probably like, well, the in the documentary, the woman from the recovery team was talking about that they found a pen and business cards and a Titanic sticker. Did they show the pen? I feel like they didn't show the pen, because in the picture, hold on, Stockton. Let me just confirm this, because then I'll feel really stupid for going this far without realizing this. Stockton Rush pen in sleeve. Okay, images. No, I swear they don't show the pen. Are they trying to like prevent a company from having a huge marketing moment right now? Because you know what I mean? Like, this would be such a huge deal if it was like a Bic pen. I don't know any other pen brands. That's why I'm saying it. I'm like, what other pens are out there? Pilot. Okay, we're going to look at this. So it's saying, so I just confirmed that the picture of what was found in his sleeve does not include the picture of the pen. So everyone wants to know what pen it was. Take a shot every time I say pen. So the Pilot G2 white barrel pen. I'm like, can you include, I'm just going to ask chat. Can you please include pictures? Oh, I said, please, I just burned down a forest. Can you include pictures of each pen and redo the list? Okay. But it's starting off by saying it's a white Pilot G2 white barrel gel pen or Uniball Signo 207 gel pen. They're not gel pens. I know this guy's using a ballpoint. Both have a clean minimalist white plastic barrel. No, it's not that. Uniball Signo. Not that. Fuck. Oof. Pilot G2 Limited. It's interesting. It's a white and black pen. It's a white and black pen. White pen and black pen. I'm so annoying and I don't care. Welcome to my podcast. We do what I want. White and black pen. Are you losing brain cells like I am right now about oh my God, did I just figure? Okay. Now I'm on Google Images. We're looking for a white grip. A white grip, a black pen. Come on. Fuck. You guys, I'm going to report back next week. I'm going to go through every image of a white and a black pen. But he also had the blue one that I think was OceanGate branded with the blue ink. That one looked like a custom pen, but it was probably just like a... It survived at the bottom of the ocean. The thing was intact, fully intact. It's amazing. Nothing else. I mean, everything exploded, but Is that like immature to like think that that's crazy it survived? Because like, let's put our thinking caps on. A lot of like debris was found. And it was all in the barrel or all in the like the hood. What did she call it? The end cap, the portal. It was like a bowl at the bottom of the ocean full of debris with sand and shit in it. So like there was debris that was, but it was all like metal and shit. But the pen stayed with all of it. It's crazy. Because think about it. It goes in a million pieces under the ocean when it explodes. And the pen somehow stayed with the rest of the debris and like went all the way down to the bottom of the ocean. I mean, that is crazy. So that's why this matters. And that's why we're going to research it. Yeah. So anyways, you can like go and like look at the documentary, zoom in, pause it. I need to do a little more research off the podcast and I'll report back. But that's the update. There is one more thing that's very sad about his wife. This just came out, I think a week ago now. Audio captures moment Titan submersible exploded. And you hear his wife go, "What's that bang?" So let's play it because I don't know. I feel like death is so fascinating sometimes and just crazy shit like this is so insane.
It's just about transceiver head moves around. 400 meters to go. Yeah. It should be about 500 meters, 30. What was that thing?
Do you guys want to hear it again? I have really good headphones. And when I was listening to this on my iPhone with the iPhone like speaker, it sounded like a click. But now that I hear it in these headphones, like, oh my God, it's a bang. Like it's actually, I don't know if you guys can hear it. Like here.
100 meters to go. Yeah.
Wait.
It should be about 500 meters, 30.
There it was. After she says 500 meters.
500 meters, 30.
It's like boom. And in that moment, I feel like she goes, "What's that bang?" And I feel like she kind of knew in that moment something went wrong. And then they lost contact. That was at the depths of, that was recorded at 3,300 meters and corresponds with a catastrophic failure of the vessel. She described the sound as like a door slamming. I'll listen to it one more time. That's when everyone died. It's crazy to like hear people die but like hear the noise, or it's just like sad. They're just like chilling on the boat, you know?
About 500 meters, 30.
Oof.
What was that thing?
What's that bang? Sad. She lost her husband, but she gained, I don't know what she gained. I hope she's, who's going to jail? You know what I mean? Like after all this, I'm like, someone's got to be going to jail. How do you, this is murder. I just miss having a news story like this that we're all obsessed with. Like this was such a fun time in summer of 2023 because it happened in June. We're all like, you know, on summer break. We're all like, you know, going out and like partying and like at the beach. I don't know what we're doing. What was I doing in 2023? That was my like post engagement. Corey and I like just like going out, having fun, living our best lives phase. That was a really good summer 2023. I think that's when we started thinking about buying a home, or we were like talking about it. Yeah, it was kind of like that summer. We were like starting to like look, and then we found it, or we bought in February of 24. It's crazy that it was that long ago. Wow. So that's the Titan sub. I can't say submarine. It's technically a sub. It does not have its own propulsion device, and it can't move by its own power and dive and ascend on its own. So Implosion, the Titan sub disaster, coming to you in, I think it's on Max. It's a Discovery documentary. There's a Netflix trailer of it. So I'm like, is Netflix Is it coming out on Netflix? Is it out yet? I love being a person of the world right now. It's so chaotic and crazy. I mean, and I think do I need to deep think right now? No, I need to end the show. If you're a naturally curious person like me, I always say that. A naturally curious person, like who isn't naturally curious? Like I feel like it's a human thing. Like you're curious. But it's obviously chaotic, the information age and the endless news cycle, the 24/7 news cycle that is constantly showing you something crazy and like unbelievable. And then it's forgotten the next week. What am I saying? I'm like trailing off. It's time for an espresso shot. But it's like so fun to be a person. And so interesting. And yeah, but back to this Titan thing. I miss, like, it's awful what happened, obviously, but like, you know what I love? I love that we're all collectively like watch. This is what's cool about being a person right now. It's so much fun to like follow people online, your friends, influencers, celebrities, your favorite podcast hosts. It's so much fun to like follow people online, listen to their shows, watch them on TV, whatever the case may be. And like hear them talk about the shows we're all watching, you know, like it's so fun to like hear or the news that's going on. It's so fun to like, feels like we're in this like little like book club, but it's like the news, you know, or it's like drama, like celebrity drama or like reality shows or cool Netflix documentaries like this Titan one. Like it's so much fun to like, I don't know. It's always like, we're just like part of something and it's like bigger than us and it's probably going to be, taken over by, we're all going to be like replaced by AI eventually. And I don't know, it's definitely, we're there. The robot's already here. I was at dinner the other night with Corey and you've probably seen these in your local, you know, restaurants, like the dish pit robot that comes by. It's fucking R2-D2. It's here. Robots are here. Like it's not going to be abnormal to see humanoid robots walking around office buildings and like I know like in San Francisco, there's obviously like the cars that, you know, the driverless cars that Uber you around. You see like delivery robots like DoorDash or whatever, but it's going to be the level. It's going to go like times 10 very soon where it's going to be, you're driving down the street and there's just like a robot rolling by, sending someone their whatever, Amazon package or it's crazy. It's already here and I love it and I'm here for it. It's like what we all wanted. We all watched iRobot, like with Will Smith. That was a great robot documentary movie, but you just got to take the times by the reins and just ride it. You know, you got to take the AI times, the technology times and ride it and be really diligent about maintaining your sanity. Like you have to be, and we all swim in different oceans in different ponds. Okay. As people, we're all of a different caliber, different level of intelligence, different level of thinking. We value different things. Everyone's like on a different wavelength, right? But I think the smartest thing you can do, regardless of where you're at with all of it. Did I just am I degrading my audience right now? No, I'm just saying like, you have to be diligent about how you manage the wholesome stuff that we have evolved to do as human beings and evolved to need. And I'm talking about like just like fresh air, nature, like whole foods, like just moving our body, you know, all the holistic stuff, like the sitting around the campfire and having conversations, like the community stuff, you know, the family stuff, the whatever, all the like Little House on the Prairie shit. You have to be diligent about managing that because it's necessary to your biology as a human. You have to manage that and be good at monitoring the technology side of things, the constant information coming in your brain from your iPhone every day, who you follow on social media. I say this every week. I can't repeat myself enough because I think it's really important. And you have to be smart enough to realize like it's taking over. And if you don't have some discipline around that. It's not like I'm not giving. Oh my god, this is not like this is a hustle culture podcast. This is a fucking human optimize. Like wake up at 4, do a cold plunge. Like no, that's not what this is. I'm not going down that route. But I'm just saying, have some awareness and be aware of it. Like I immediately started using ChatGPT 24/7, for example, and I'm like, oh shit, is this good for my brain? I thought about that. You know what I mean? Like I realize the patterns and habits I'm getting into with technology, and I take it seriously, and so should you. So that's my advice to end the show. You got to balance that Little House on the Prairie stuff with the technology stuff, because it's why you feel crazy. It's why you feel insane when you're numbed out to your phone all day, because it's unnatural. It's an unnatural thing to have a phone to your face 24/7. So obviously you just have to like touch grass. So I think that's the show. I need to wrap it up. Start packing for Yosemite. Need to like let the dogs out. That was fun. I really liked recapping all of that. But you guys, I don't have ADHD anymore. I have ChatGPT. I'm not getting on Adderall. I'm going on Chat. It's actually insane. Like, I know I'm being funny, I'm being facetious, but like, I just remember saying to Corey, because I really struggled with the ADHD stuff I still do every day. Like it's a constant, like it's not going to go away. It's always, you kind of live with it. Right. But I just remember saying like, I feel like I need someone to like, after I go to the gym every morning, I have no issues with like certain routines, but like after I get home from the gym and like shower, I just need someone to like shove me on a bus with a backpack with my laptop and whatever else, and just like bring me to a location and I need them to like forcibly sit me down and like hand me the phone and say, you have 15 minutes to make this appointment and 15 minutes to do this, or like just like tell me like I need to be like tied to a chair, like you have 1 hour, you have to get like, I don't know, I need to go to fucking Guantanamo Bay. I need to be fucking tortured to fucking get shit done. Like I was like, I just need someone to like whip me every day, like fucking, because otherwise what happens is I sit and I ruminate and I just get paralyzed, and it's like this. And this is the ADHD thing that I struggle with the most. It's like this. It's like, you need to do, and this sounds so elementary school, like duh, like this is like be an adult, like grow up. But if you're wired like me, you get it. It's like you wake up every day. And I have a lot of freedom and flexibility with my time. I have 100% freedom and flexibility. I don't have a structure, so I have to make one myself every day. Does that make sense? So, because I don't work a corporate job where I'm like, oh, I have to be at the office at 9, and my life isn't like that. And so I think when you have ADHD and you're a content creator, and which is amazing for content creation and what I do, obviously, it can be debilitating every day because you're like, well, I could do this, this, and this, or I could do this, this, and this. This, and this, but, so you get confused and like, what do I prioritize? And that's how I wake up every day. And I look out into the day and I'm like, okay, well, I need to update my passport, but like, I also need to get a podcast out, but I also need to make this or write this email, and I need to get back to this person. I need to make this phone call. So I'm always like, what do I put first? And what do I spend time doing? And then for me with ADHD, it's like, hey, you can probably do like one big elephant a day. For me today, it's the podcast. I'm probably going to do the podcast, and then ChatGPT's like, hey, I know you like to do light work after the podcast. Like shoot some emails out, like do like 5 emails. Like that's so, again, this feels so elementary school, like duh, like that shouldn't be. But for me, it's hard. Okay. But it's nice. Back to ChatGPT. I'm like, this is also what it is. I'm not managed. I don't have, I'm not a content creator who's got an assistant and a manager and someone telling me and breathing down my neck every day, like what to do, what needs to get done, what your schedule is. No, I do it all myself. So I'm good at this, not so much. I need a handler. And I think that's like an entertainer thing. Like if you're like the talent, like you need to be handled. You need someone to put you on a leash every day and be like, hey, Okay, talk on the mic, and then you're going to go here and you're going to make this TikTok. You're going to shake your ass. You're going to do this dance. You're going to post it. You're going to go on your Instagram story. You're going to talk to your audience. And you're going to say this thing, and this is going to be a good thing to, for engagement. And then you're going to post this thing at this time because of the algorithm, and you're going to make this content. And the next theme you're going to do on your show is this because it's going viral. That's what I need, right? And I think a lot of people out there, content creation is not for the weak. Like, you have to be so dialed into all of that. And if you have ADHD, it's tough. So I love chat for that. I'll round out the show by saying I love ChatGPT, and it's only going to get worse for me. It's at the point now where I'm like, she's not fast enough. She's not fast enough. Like, I need her to create the images faster. Like, she's a little slow. ChatGPT is feeling a little slow. Like, that's insane to say because of how instantaneous you get information. But like, there are some times where I'm like, I need it faster. But I wonder if it's taking, I'm going to look at this right now. I'm going to tell you my screen time. And I've been doing a lot of work on my phone, so do not judge me. I think this is going to be fun to end the show with screen time. But let me go to storage. I wonder how much storage ChatGPT is taking on my phone. Where's storage? Is it general? iPhone storage, yeah. Because I feel like it takes up a lot. It's an app, so it's got to take up just all the stuff it's keeping. Huh? It doesn't even show it on my apps. Instagram, 6.414 gigs. TikTok is 31 gigs. Holy fuck. I don't even see ChatGPT. Oh, here, let me scroll. Wait. That's crazy. Hold on, I gotta find chat. It's only 201 megabytes? Is it because it's all cloud stored? It must be, yeah, because of the amount of, it's just like logging words and information. I feel like pictures and video, like TikTok and Instagram, takes up more. Is that RAM? I don't fucking know. My dad was such a big computer nerd. Growing up, like I knew all the terms. And let me do my screen time and we'll end it, and then I'll do my plugs and send you off. So my screen time this week was, and I'll show the camera so you know I'm not lying. Oh my God. I'm disgusting. If you made it this far, we're besties. We burp in front of each other, and you're friend zoned if you're a man. I am. Screen time. Don't even know where to find it. Okay, here we go. Oh, fuck. Okay, I did edit a clip for Instagram yesterday that took me 4 hours on my phone. Or it wasn't 4 hours. It took me a long time. It was probably 4 hours. Because the Captions app doesn't have a desktop version. And so I like doing the Captions app, but then it's like, I need to do all the bells and whistles and all that other editing on my computer. But anyways, it took me forever. And then I lost it and I had to redo it. So my iPhone, okay, wait. Week says, no, I can't do this. If you made it this far, this is no judgment zone. What is that trend? That was another trend we forgot about. We listen and we don't judge. This is so bad. I can't even say it out loud. 7 hours and 17 minutes. But I was on it. But that was yesterday. I was on it. Oh my God. But I was literally editing all day. That was a 12-hour workday in my mind. That's why. It was because I was on it editing on my phone. Because what I do is, okay, now I'm justifying everything. I literally I edit shit on my computer. I export it to my phone. I upload it to the Captions app. I do this like whole thing on the Captions app. It takes me forever. So I'm literally editing 2 videos on my phone yesterday so in total, I was on it for 12 hours. That's not a normal week. See how like insecure I'm being about. How do I see my past weeks? You guys are like, end the show. Fucking A, shut the fuck up. End the show. I wish I could see past weeks. Oh, okay. Wait, what was the date? May 18th. Okay. So my average last week was 5 hours. Not as bad. I don't feel as bad about that. It's still a lot, but I don't feel as bad. And I do everything on my phone for work stuff. So, all right, that's the show. Please hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening right now. I'm on Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Breaker, Overcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. Please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to review the show. I'm so annoying. Review the show while you're there. Give me a 5-star review if you made it this far. Give me a 5-star review for I almost found out what pen that was. For going in the depths of Google Images for that pen. I really want to know what pen that was. Review the show 5 stars. This is a video and audio podcast. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Jacqueline Monroe Show. You can watch me over on YouTube. And follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Jacqueline Monroe. All right, that's it. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you next week. Or watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for listening or watching, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.